hello, everybody. Welcome to the 40th and final bowl preview. Of course, we do have the national championship coming up, but this is our last of our regularly scheduled bowl games, the ones that you had planned out in advance. I am your host, as always, of our bowl preview show. I am Scott Steen. I am the lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com, and I am joined for the 40th time this year by the one, the only, you know him, you love him. He's the king of Long Island. He is
Scott Reichel, senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
You may know us from the daily show that we do each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on your YouTube, your Twitch, your Twitter, and your Facebook Live. Show we call Heading Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. We do it live every day, so make sure you stop by and check that out. Bill Moore checking in, said S&S Bowl Warriors. That's right, baby. We were coming down the home stretch, and now, Scott, is this kind of like the 10th race at Churchill Downs after the Kentucky Derby's over? You feel like everybody's like headed for their cars. This game's going on. This is, after the national championship semifinals, all the New Year's Day bowl games, you've got the Tuesday game with the Kansas State Wildcats and the LSU Tigers. By the way, number on that is K-State -4.5, and 48 is your total. Scott, you excited about this game?
No, not at all. But it is a standalone bowl game, so if you don't want to watch the Steelers and the Browns, I definitely do not want to watch that. Then I'll probably be watching some college football.
Cowboys and Chiefs lose. Surprised? Well, yes. Since I picked both of those teams to win, I am surprised. I had the Chiefs minus the points, and I had the Cowboys teased down to 0.5 point. Scott, were you surprised to see that double outcome?
Yes. Cincinnati, I thought it'd be a high-scoring game. I just didn't think that they'd be able to fully keep it together for a full 60. They did. The Cowboys, well, I don't want to say they no-showed, but Arizona showed.
Yep, they did. I'm going to try this one time, Ralph, and my apologies in advance for butchering. It's Ralph Portuendo. Ralph, very nice words. Said first time watching live show, followed for a long while now. Welcome aboard, Ralph. We do it. This is a chance for everybody that has to actually work during the day. You can check us out live. Ryan Page said I had him on some parlays, but Seahawks and Eagles came through. Those were good wins. Yeah. Eagles got there for some, not for others. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but let's do this one, Scott. This is my adopted school. Regulars know that I'm a University of Missouri alum. My son went to K-State, played in the band, so I saw a lot of K-State football games. So I've become kind of like you are with the Cowboys, where the Jets are really your team, but you're kind of a Cowboys fan. I'm also a K-State fan. So 4.5 points, my friend. Is that a lot for a Big 12 team to be laying to just 2 years removed from the national championship there, the LSU Tigers?
Well, you'd make the argument that if both teams were at full strength, then it would be a lot of points to lay. But shocker, the SEC, it means more. So they had a lot of opt-outs because people didn't want to be there.
Yeah, that's really what it's come down to. We don't want to like bury the lead too much. The reason this number has turned like it has, it actually opened up as LSU as a favorite. Now, like I said, Kansas State is 4.5 point favorite. Scott, you want to take the thunder here? Why is the line switched?
Because LSU doesn't have a quarterback.
Because LSU doesn't really have a quarterback. Max Johnson is gone, of course. The other cat entered the transfer portal in November. They've got Garrett Nussmeier. He is a true freshman. He has seen some action this year. He's seen action in 4 games and probably had his best performance against Arkansas. He went 7 for 12 against Ole Miss, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He went 18 for 31 against Arkansas, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. So not ideal for LSU. On the other side of the coin, Kansas State gets 7th-year senior back, Skylar Thompson, for 1 more shot at glory. That's kind of a feel-good story if you're into the personal angle. Skylar Thompson has been hurt most of his the last couple of years of his career, has some real tough injury breaks. So it's good to see him back at the helm. We do, of course, couple other opt-outs for LSU, a couple on the defensive side, linebacker and a lineman. About their 3rd best wide receiver isn't going to play. So, Skeeter, what do you got here?
I feel like it's a spot where I liked Kansas State obviously a lot more at around +1 or even
Yeah.
-2.5, but now you cross over
Uh-huh.
some key numbers, and you
Yeah.
got to wonder if LSU is even partially motivated if they can keep this game close. And Kansas State, I think you would agree, is an okay team. They're
Uh-huh.
not amazing by any means, but they have Vaughn, who's a really good running back, Thompson, who can run, and they got a couple receivers who are okay. Kurt Warner's son, I think, is okay. He's not a great receiver, but he's fine.
Right.
But it's really a matter of, can Kansas State run the ball? Because Thompson is an okay passer. He's a lot more comfortable using his legs. I think you'd agree with that. So it's a matter of, can Vaughn and Thompson find open space? We saw LSU get torched on the ground by Florida earlier in the year. They won the game, but they gave up a bunch of yards. The run defense is okay, not amazing. But Kansas State's defense, if you look at the numbers, 21.1 points allowed per game, which is pretty respectable. So I don't think LSU is going to move the ball that much, especially with an inexperienced quarterback. I think Kansas State finds enough big plays, either via Vaughn or just from other guys. So I'm going to go with Kansas State. I'm going to take the under because I do think that these offenses aren't exactly built to score quickly, especially with a backup quarterback playing. So I like the under. I think you'll see Kansas State win this game 24-17.
That sounds pretty close. That's kind of what I have. I'm really excited for the nation to see Deuce Vaughn. I say it a lot in my videos. Probably the best running back you've never heard of. There's a lot of guys that fit that bill. Deuce Vaughn really is one of those cats. He's very, very good. The kid from Mizzou was the other guy, Tyler Beatty, third best running back statistically in the country as far as total yards go. So I'm excited for everybody to get to see Deuce Vaughn. This is a pretty good Kansas State defense. They gave up just 21.1 points per game. And of course, that's in the Big 12, where there's still some teams that'll throw it around, and there's still some teams that'll score. But I'll tell you what I'm looking at here, Scott. And I am going to go the same way that you are, but it's not without a little bit of trepidation, because this is a LSU run defense that has had some very good moments this season.
It's had good and bad. But they're also missing some opt-out guys. So I am curious. We saw Ohio State was missing a lot more guys. They were missing about half their defense, but Utah just went up and down because you're used to seeing a lot of guys getting snaps, and suddenly you have a bunch of who the hell is this guy moments. And I'm worried that LSU relying on some backups and some inexperienced guys will definitely look worse, really, on just any type of defense because of the fact that they are just inexperienced. I feel like that's the caveat you got to at least mention.
I agree. Ryan Page checking in from the comment section talking about Kansas State being a money line play. I don't hate it. Because 4.5 is a little tall, but I don't really have any confidence in this LSU team. So it's not a bad way to go as far as laying the number. You're laying 181. That's about right for a 4.5 point spread. That's about where you think you're going to be. Don't hate that. That's okay with me if you're willing to pay the juice there. I'm probably just going to hold my nose and bet the 4.5. These are two very good defenses. Probably like the under better than anything, because we've seen, this is a team that gave up less than 2 yards a carry to A&M. They gave up 0.2 yards per carry to Alabama. Alabama rushed for a total of 6 yards as they were able to pull out a close win there. But then again, you've got teams that are committed to running the football. Ole Miss goes for 260. Kentucky goes for 330. So you've got teams that if they can run the football and they're committed to running the football, that defense can be had. Like you said, they're missing a couple key pieces on the defensive side. I'm going to keep it short and relatively sweet. Give me the Kansas State Wildcats minus the 4.5, and I'll also play the under 48 with you. And I think that's my favorite play from this game as opposed to K-State. So cool. There you go. Rachel, you ever go to Atlantic City?
I've actually not, but that's on my bucket list.
Sportsbook is legit. Oh, best can bet in game at the window. Oh, very cool. You never been to AC? You don't play poker in AC?
Never went.
You don't play that 300, 600 game at the Mirage?
That I've not done. I usually top out at 200, 400. Just kidding. But, you got
to have 30 grand to set right in that game. All right, buddy.
Well, I had 6.
That's it, man. That's it. We're gonna be back, of course, to do the national championship game.
Are we
But that
doing a
is,
separate video for the championship game, or we're
of
just going to
course.
merge it with the usual show?
No, no, no. We wouldn't let that pass. We wouldn't let that
Okay,
pass. We're going to
cool.
we're gonna do that. So all right, guys. It's been 40 games. We appreciate everybody that's checked us out, everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's watched the videos. Tell your friends. We like to have a little fun around here and make some picks. So yeah, come back and see us each and every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, right here where you get your favorite live streaming media, as my friend Scott Reichel and I will once again help you to head back to the window. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks, Ralph. -3 for